Hello, good morning, or good evening, whenever you are watching this. I hope you are doing well. My name is Catherine, and today we are doing a blog tour. Yes, you heard that right. I got asked to do another blog tour somehow. I don't know why this keeps on happening to me, but I'm gonna just accept it. The wonderful people over at Penguin Random House reached out to me and asked me to do a little blog tour for People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. Now, I am a huge fan of Emily Henry's work. Last year, I read her books Beach Reads as well as A Million Junes, and I just absolutely fell in love with her writing. So when they asked me to do this little blog tour, I of course agreed. By the time this vlog goes up, the book will have already been out for about a week. So if this sounds interesting to you, be sure to check it out. So what is this book about? Well, luckily I have a summary right here. According to this, Henry lends a hilarious and unforgettable voice to another classic romance trope, friends to lovers. Love it. To tell the story of two completely different best friends who fall in love over the course of 10 unforgettable summer vacations. The novel is a contemporary take on a When Harry Met Sally premise and is sure to send all us romance lovers and armchair adventurers on an unforgettable journey. Poppy and Alex. Alex and Poppy. They have nothing in common. She's a wild child. He wears khakis. Could you make it any more obvious? She has insatiable wanderlust. He prefers to stay at home with a book. How am I both of these people at the same time? And somehow, ever since a fateful car share home from college many years ago, they are the very best of friends. For most of the year, they live far apart. She's in New York City, and he's in their small hometown. But every summer, for a decade, they have taken one glorious week of vacation together. Until 2 years ago, when they ruin everything. They haven't spoken since. Oh, that sounds so sad. Poppy has everything she could want, but she's stuck in a rut. When someone asks when she was last truly happy, she knows without a doubt it was on that ill-fated final trip with Alex. And so she decides to convince her best friend to take one more vacation together, lay everything on the table, make it all right. Miraculously, he agrees. Now she has a week to fix everything. If only she can get around one big truth that has always stood quietly in the middle of their seemingly perfect relationship. What could possibly go wrong? So, of course, this sounds like everything I could possibly want out of a book, so I'm super excited to start reading it. Anyway, I am going to get started, and I will check in when I check in. Hi, so I'm only about 20% of the way through so far, but I just wanted to check in to say I'm really liking Alex's and Poppy's dynamic. I just love the opposite type thing that they got going on. Poppy is definitely very eccentric out there. Alex is very shy, quiet, more introverted, and the two of them don't make any sense as friends, but also they do, and I'm already just really digging the vibes of the two of them. And I love that they have this history of friendship, 10 years of friendship before this. So it's very sweet. And I am feeling the chemistry. So I'm excited to see where we go from here. The only thing that I could see becoming a little bit of a danger zone for me is I can very much see Poppy becoming falling into some manic pixie dream girl-esque tropes, but so far it's not too bad. I'm hoping that we stay on the trajectory that we are in. So far, really enjoying it. Hi, I'm only 5% further into the book, but it's just starting to make me cry, which is rude. Why do I keep on picking up books that make me cry? What the heck? Good stuff. We're doing real good so far. I just wanted to pop in because I am at 45% right now, and I am really enjoying the time jumps in this book. Time jumps can be really confusing, especially for me because I'm not the smartest reader. I'll be totally real. I am not smart when I read, but I feel everything with the time jumps are very clear, and what I like is you can see that
Alex and Poppy are different people now than they were like 10 years ago, because you grow and you change a lot in 10 years. Yeah, so I'm really enjoying that. I think I said before, but I am 100% saying this again, that Poppy and Alex just have such great chemistry. It's so good. So I'm just really loving seeing their interactions, their banter, and their moments of like vulnerability with each other. I'm very like curious to see how that develops, how that grows, as they reconnect. Yeah, so I'll do a full 50% check-in soon, but I just wanted to pop in and say that real quick, because I'm sure I'm gonna read a lot more while I'm at work. I actually don't know. I don't know what I'm doing today. We'll see what happens.
Hi, so I have managed to pass the 50% mark. At this point, I think I'm like at 62% or something like that. And I'm really enjoying this book. I actually might even like it a little bit more than Beach Reads, which is saying something because I really love that story. So what I am loving, first of all, is Poppy and her like vulnerability. So she definitely does read a little manic pixie dream girl, that is for sure. However, it doesn't feel like it's the manic pixie dream girl in the way where it's like she's there to serve the male protagonist of the story. And I am loving seeing her like moments of vulnerability. And while she does have this like I don't care attitude, like we get to see that she really does care. She really cares a lot. I'm really enjoying her and Alex's relationship. I think the problem that happens a lot of the times with friends to lovers, there's always kind of that like underlying of like guys and girls can't just be friends, which just isn't true. I am not really getting that in this case. Like they're obviously attracted to each other, but it doesn't feel like at any point Alex like expects anything from her in particular, or she doesn't expect anything from Alex. Like they have this like really beautiful friendship where the two of them just balance each other out so well. There's definitely like a sort of, I wouldn't say miscommunication going on, but they aren't telling each other the full truth. And that, of course, is that they like each other as more than just friends. But they're doing it in a way where it's like they aren't undermining the other's relationships with other people, which again is a problem that happens in those kinds of like friends to lovers type situations. I think that Alex really is hiding something from Poppy, and I'm getting a little concerned. It has the potential to go in almost like a Nicholas Sparks-esque type situation, and I'm really hoping that I'm really hoping something doesn't happen the way like it could happen. I'm trying to be vague and not spoil anything, but like Alex like isn't remembering things that I feel like he should remember, and that concerns me. Does he just have a terrible memory, or is there something else going on? Am I reading too much into things? I don't know. I'm worried though, because if this doesn't have a happy ending, I don't know if I'm emotionally stable enough for that, so we'll see what happens. I'm probably going to finish this today because it is just so fast-paced. It draws you in. I just really love Emily Henry's writing style, so I'm excited to see. Hi, so I did manage to finish People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry, and here are my final thoughts. First of all, let me just start by saying I really, really love this book. My TLDR review is super cute, great chemistry, fantastic banter, and a really beautiful journey of self-discovery. So let's get into specifics. I think I mentioned a little bit earlier in my vlog that my two main concerns was that I felt like Poppy could very easily fall into a lot of manic pixie dream girl-esque stereotypes. I mean, she's a girl with a very quirky sense of style. She loves to travel, can't really be held down. There's this generic white man that maybe he's the one who will get her to settle down or whatever. I definitely felt like it didn't fall too badly into that. I mean, yes, she is still quirky, yes, she still likes to travel, that sort of thing, but I felt like her overall arcing journey of kind of self-discovery and figuring out what she wants versus what she doesn't want, because a lot of at the beginning her like main focus was things that she didn't want. She didn't want to like be in a small town. She didn't want to end up with this kind of like hoarder house like her parents. She didn't want her life to be boring. So where she started to where she was at the end of like very much figuring out what it was that she like actually wanted, I thought was really beautifully done. My second main concern was, of course, like it is a When Harry Met Sally story, and I haven't watched that movie in a very long time, but I feel like one of the big critiques now, in like a modern sense, was that it very much perpetuated the stereotype of women and men can't just be friends. I think that's like the main plot of When Harry Met Sally.
Is that men and women can't be friends because the sex part always gets in the way.
It is a friends to lovers story. So like, no, they don't just remain friends. However, I felt like so much of their like love for each other came out of their friendship, and so much of like what they felt for each other was from their friendship with each other. And so I thought that was just like really great, because so many of those stories that I read tend to be enemies to lovers, and so to see the friendship and how it develops through the years, I just thought was really nice. I thought that Alex and Poppy had such great chemistry. They had such great banter in the best sort of like opposites attract type way. And they very much were like opposites attract, but they brought out kind of the best in each other, which is what those types of things should do. You have Alex, who's very much like a planner. He's very like a lot quieter of a person, and Poppy tends to draw out this other side of Alex that is just like more fun-loving, more outgoing. You get to see the like sarcastic side of Alex that a lot of other people don't get to see, because he like kind of took on a paternal sort of lifestyle when he was younger, looking after his younger brothers. On the other hand, of course, you do have Poppy, who is a little bit more on the wild side, a little bit more out there. And so you see Alex kind of bring her a little bit more down to earth. It's so good because while he brings her down to earth, he doesn't like squash any of her like creativity and doesn't like shame her for being who she is, you know? So yeah. There we go. Thank you once again so much to Penguin Random House for asking me to do this blog tour and to do this review. I'm very grateful. Y'all ever want me to do anything else, I'm down. You know where to find me. As I said before, this book is already out, so be sure to check it out. I will be sure to put some links to it and all the information of this book down below. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit subscribe. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and until next time, bye!